Okay, so moving on to slope. You find the equation based on 2 points. There are a couple of things that you need to be aware of. One of those is your y equals mx plus b form. Can somebody tell me what m represents? The slope. Yeah, it's kind of fuzzy. Hang on. Okay, so m represents your slope. What does b represent? Yep. So the slope formula, this is something you should probably put in your notes. One of the ways to remember that when you're looking at a graph is it's how much you're going up over how much you're going over. So rise over run. The formula for that, Micah, put your phone away. The formula for that is the change in y, so y1 minus y2 divided by x1 minus x2. This formula is the one we're going to use when we're basing it on 2 points down here. So the first thing you want to do is to just label them x1 and y1 and x2, x1 and y1 for your first point and x2 and y2 for your second. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So then I plug them into this slope formula. First thing I need to do is find that slope. So y1 is 2 minus y2, which is negative 3. And I'm going to put that in parentheses so that I have that double negative happening. And then x1, which is 3 minus 0. The important thing to remember in terms of order, it doesn't matter if you call this point 1 or this point 2. What matters is that these two numbers are from the same point, and these two numbers are from the same point. And you also need to be very careful with negatives, because this is part of the formula, so sometimes you'll end up with a double negative. So what is 2 minus a negative 3? What's a double, a minus a negative? What does that mean? That means you're adding. So that's 2 plus 3, which equals 5. And what's 3 minus 0? 3. So I have a fraction for my slope on this one. Once we know the slope, we can use the slope and then the x and y from one of our points to find our y-intercept. So you can pick either point. Pick 3, 2 or 0, negative 3. I'm going to go ahead and use 3, 2 because they're both positive. So I'm going to plug those into y equals mx plus b. So what number am I putting in for y? What's y? 2. What's m? 5 over 3. That's my slope. And then my x is 3. Plus b. B is the one that I don't know. Yep. So then what is 5 thirds times 3? There's a couple ways to go about this. What's 5 times 3? 15. So I have 15 over 3. And I drop everything else down. What's 15 divided by 3? 5. So 2 equals 5 plus b. Then what? What do I do with that 5 to get b alone? Subtract it. So I've got negative 3 equals b. Which means that my equation, I have y equals mx plus b. So y equals 5 thirds x minus 3. Don't be a second. So what you're doing when you are looking at this, remember that you need 2 parts of a graph. or of a linear equation, a slope and a y-intercept. So the y-intercept you're always going to find where? On the y-axis. This is your y-axis right here. There's always a y-axis. Well, that's a different one. So this particular point is the point 5, 0, 5. So our y-intercept, our b, is 5. And then our slope, what we're looking for as we go up this line are points where it crosses exactly on grid lines. So from one point to the next, I'm looking at how much I'm going up and how much I'm going over. And when I talk about over, it's always to the right. Always go to the right when you go over. And if you go down, that means your slope is going to be what? Negative. Is this going to have a negative slope?
No.
No, because when you're going to the right, you're going up and over. Bless you. So from one point to the next, I draw that little triangle. How many am I going up? 1 over 3. So what's my slope? 1 over 3. So what's my equation then?
Y equals 3x plus 5.
Yeah. 1/3 x over, or 1/3 x plus 5.
So when you have one solid number.
So that's if you're going, like, if it was 3x, you'd be going up 3 over 1. Other questions? No, when you're finding the equation, y and x, stay y and x. Other questions? Wait until Jake gets back.